What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Bourbon and Bullshit podcast with some good friends, great drinks, and a little bit of BS. So grab a seat, pour up something neat, and welcome to the show. All right. Welcome to the show, everyone. Yes, I know I have to change the intro. Calm down. I just really enjoyed that original one. For all of you, it's like, I thought he rebranded. Listen here. If you want to be my assistant, please clock it. It's fine. So we are here with part two. I'm going to do it just for shits and giggles. Hola, buenas tardes. I'm here with
we love it.
Jonathan Perez from Latinos Against Spooky Sh because it was such a fun episode and we were way too sober for last time because apparently he ran out of Don Julio and didn't even know. And
I was not aware until later that week when I was like, man, I could really go for a drink. And I'm like, the fuck? It's dry.
Man, I couldn't run out of alcohol anytime soon. I would have to die.
Yeah. I see the shelf behind you. I'm like, damn.
That's a
bad week.
That's one of like 8. My house is getting overrun by alcohol. My fiance is very patient because they're all tax write-offs.
Damn.
The show is about drinking half the time.
We love it.
Anyway, well, guys, we are back with Jonathan. We've had a lot of fun last week. We realized we were vibing on a whole bunch of things aside from spooky shit. So we wanted to obviously keep this collab going. You're listening to this episode, but hopefully you've also tuned into our live collaborative stream with me, him, Shinorbi. He has a friend that's also going to come on. We have got a Dave. We have a couple people like chiming in and out. It'll be a lot of fun. I was about to curse already. Look at me. To make it 2 minutes. Can't even do that shit. Ha! There we go. So last we were on the show, we talked about having a drink of the day. My poor communication skills didn't tell Jonathan what the recipe was going to be. And he said he wanted to chime in and jump in for this one. So today we are making the Batanga.
Batanga, hermanos.
One of the easiest. What is that?
Is that my phone?
Is that your phone?
Oh, my bad.
Oh,
no, that wasn't my phone.
No, apparently it's mine. It's telling me that our meeting started.
That's wild.
I am aware.
Yes, no shit, Sherlock.
I'm on the call. All right, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. So today's cocktail is the Batanga. So for those who are in the know in the service industry, I found out apparently this was the drink of the summer during 2024. It was created in a bar in Mexico. I'll get you all the actual details and locations soon, but it is one of the simplest. Oh, here we go. It's often kind of compared to the Cuba Libre, which sounds like rum and coke, but it's obviously with tequila. What makes this cocktail a little bit different is that we use Mexican coke because one, Mexican coke is way more delicious. That's just what it is. It has more seasoning. I'm sorry, Americans. Maybe pure cane sugar. The taste comes through.
Maybe be better, America.
We just started, not even one drink.
I'm sorry.
I know I'm joking with you. By the way, we'll get into it, but I love seeing your comment section where people are like, you lost a listener or lost a viewer. And then 3 other people are like, and he gained 6 because of you.
I don't even have to say anything anymore. I just let it happen.
Bro, it's hilarious. All right, so the Batanga, slang for thick in the middle, like me, aka stout in appearance. The Batanga has a sweet and tart kind of flavor profile with a touch of earthiness is what it says, whatever. So the bartender approved the spin on the classic cocktail, follow Nacho Jimenez a lead, and add a splash of Fernet. There's a bunch of apparently different ways of making this
variants.
Yeah, little like spins and riffs. So we are doing 1.5. Well, this is where it's fun. This is where it's weird. You're supposed to cut a lime in half, squeeze that half into a glass of Collins glass of ice, and keep that. Please don't cut yourself on live. And keep that to use as a topper.
Service industry for 28 years, baby. I got this.
I'm not worried about you. Then never mind. And 1.5 ounces of tequila, and then you just top that with Mexican Coke and lightly stir it, and then use the hollowed out half of that lime as a garnish. You're supposed to keep the knife that you cut that lime with and put it in the actual glass to stir and keep it in.
You know what's funny? I was gonna do that anyway.
Bro, I figured, but I have all these giant knives in the house, and I don't need my fiance yelling at me. He's like, "Where's the knife? Huh? I got crazy. Me and Jonathan got crazy on last night's stream. You mind your business?"
No. And for me, nobody loves me, so.
It's not
And
accurate.
Chad, I'm going to be using Tequila Espolon. I like to help Mexican owned um, distilleries. So I try to look for, uh, hey, see, Lalo's good. Like,
Uh-huh.
if it's not approved by the Mexican government, it's not good tequila. So, make sure you read the labels and make sure you support. Um, we said, what, 1.5, 2 ounces?
Hey, whatever, however you're feeling. You saw some crazy shit on your drive back. So if you want to put 2 ounces, go ahead. He's doing it, guys. It's gonna be a fun stream.
It's 2 ounces, right? I can't do math.
2 ounces is
And now,
fine. It's fine.
and we said Coca-Cola. Now, as a true Mexican, I don't have a bottle opener, but I'm Mexican. Everything's a bottle opener.
This man's opening the bottle with Vicks Vapor, and it worked. Didn't even hesitate. Was not even slow to do it. God damn it. You're supposed to put like a pinch of lime. A pinch of salt. I don't ever do it that way. Not really my style. Like, I know people who do that. There we go. Just keep that knife in there if you want. So the cocktail is really not what I expected, but I'm going to let our man Jonathan try it. Okay, he chugged half of that shit. Weird.
That's good as shit.
Right?
That's good.
Yeah.
The limon gives it this refreshing taste that accents, obviously, con un tequila blanco, accents it and helps bring the flavor out of the agave. So, 10 out of fucking 10.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you like that. The drink is also called the Charro Negro. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background just because some people ask me to bring back the nerdity about my cocktails and about the drinks that we're doing, especially when this has so much history with it. Created in 1961 by the legendary Don Javier Delgado Corona, owner and bartender of La Capital, the Chapel, in Tequila, Mexico. Don Javier famously ritualistically stirred this drink with the knife that he used to cut the limes, something he did into his 80s. This man was just drinking until some prime years.
Until you stay alive long.
Yeah, just drink. The Batanga is a popular drink in Mexico, helped by being featured in an advertisement campaign by El Taquerio, El Tequila made from Don Javier's bar. So,
it was his own tequila.
Yeah, it was made at his bar. So one of the things that Jonathan mentioned, I use Lalo. Lalo's one of these other tequilas that are family owned and operated, and they 100% unadulterated, like Don Julio. Shouts to anyone who knows what happened. Don Julio knows those other distilleries. This is made in Mexico, distilled 100% agave azul. John, do you know what happened with Don Julio?
I'm not sure.
They found out that they were lying. They tested their tequilas and they were using a high amount of cane sugar as opposed to agave because they couldn't produce enough, so they were trying to take shortcuts. So for like the last 5 years, Don Julio and a couple Casamigos and a couple other brands.
Casamigos I knew.
Yeah, but
I wasn't sure Don Julio was part of that.
Yeah, Don Julio, after they got bought by another organization, they just said, fuck it, who's going to tell? And not thinking someone was going to test it. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hey, do better, Mexico.
Don't do better, Don Julio. But you like it?
Mm-hmm.
We have to cut out all the slurping. Apologize. I
apologize for nothing. This shit's bomb. Y'all got to try this. This is good.
But it's simple. It's flavorful. It's light. It's actually a really great summer drink.
I think part of what makes it light is the fact that it's using the Mexican Coke, because American Coke has got the high fructose corn syrup and it feels thick and it just feels sluggish. So the sugar cane just, accents it very nicely.
100%. One of my favorite drinks that I'm a year behind. I understand a lot. It was really popular as a drink of the summer last year. We go through spurts in drink culture. Obviously, we do the espresso martinis, the Batanga, the Negroni Bagliato with Prosecco, whatever's trending.
Negroni Spagliato
with
Prosecco in it.
So, stunning.
Ooh, stunning.
But this shit just goes through phases, right? So this was last year's. I didn't think about it, but this has been a great drink. So just checking in with John. Tell us what the hell you just saw. You said that this is This is gonna be interesting. You said you saw what? What you were driving today? Back? Tell us about your night, man. Yeah.
Yeah, on the way back. So first of all, I went to a buddy's 40th birthday party. Happy birthday, Don Dwani. And on the drive back, I'm already running a little late, and I'm like, I already let Arthur know. Cool, I'm on my way. I was like, Arturo, I'm so sorry. Nah, it's cool, homie. I'm driving back, and halfway between, literally at the exact halfway mark between the two towns that I had to drive through, it was just a head-on collision. Just a car just fucking 60, and it's raining out here right now, and people don't know how to fucking drive in the rain, which is crazy to me because I grew up in Seattle. Rain is nothing. It's normal. But whatever. He's just head-on collision. Mm-hmm. And so, I had to deal with that. Slowed me down by a little bit, and had to call the cops, make sure that they showed up. Because I don't know if you guys know, for the love of God, there's this thing called bystander syndrome, where you expect somebody else to have already done the thing that you think to do, which is call the cops. But everybody else is also thinking the same thing of, oh, somebody already did it. And then nobody does it. So you have to do it yourself. Just get in the mindset of like, hey, even if somebody already called, never hurts to call again in case, and just let them know. Worst case scenario, oh, we're already made aware of it. Thank you so much. Click bye. Yeah. All right. So like, or at the same time, if you're helping, step in and help and tell people what to do. You call 911 right now and request an ambulance. I need, bandages. Yeah. So you got to take charge sometimes, Bro. But yeah, bystander syndrome is a real thing. Just call the cops. I know it's not ideal, but gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, hopefully, everything turns out okay. Did they make it? I don't know if we covered that.
I don't know. Thankfully, it didn't seem like it was lethal, despite the impact. Thoughts and prayers out to whomever was in that accident. They seemed alert at the time. There didn't seem to be any blood or any the car didn't flip over or anything, so it looks like they just turned and then just got swiped from the front as somebody was coming down the other lane. So they should be fine. We'll see.
Thoughts and prayers, but not.
I'll check the news tomorrow.
That sucks, man. Especially in the rain. But yeah, I live in Florida, and it's a monsoon every afternoon. It could be perfectly sunny. It could be 108 degrees. I went today to go pick up some supplies for today's show. Supplies, alcohol,
condoms.
What? I have a fiance. That went out the window a long time ago. Listen, wrap it up, kids. Don't get a VD.
Damn.
But it just started pouring. Like you couldn't. It looked like a wall of water in front of you. And I'm just like la 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 la, because I've lived here for some time. Because rain is normal here. Just don't drive like a douche. This might not be the time you're switching in and out of lanes. Okay. Yeah. But people that slow down to a snail's crawl, or people are still trying to speed 85. I'm in a hurry.
People forget that hydroplaning is a thing. Even with my years of experience in Seattle, I still hydroplane every now and again because puddles and physics. It happens, but you have to know how to remain calm and not. People try to swerve and correct, and that's how accidents happen. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. Well, hopefully everyone's okay, and shouts to you for stepping in and helping out. But you're right though. I've seen it way too often. Even in operational leadership, you'll see motherfuckers and people say, "Hey, this problem's been going on for some time," and they'll be pissed. I'm like, "Did you ever open a ticket? Did you ever tell someone?" It's like, "Well, they have to know it's wrong. Something's wrong." It's like, motherfucker, how are you gonna bitch about something and do absolutely fuck all?
Nothing to fix it.
Not a fucking thing.
Yeah.
I called for help, and not a fucking thing to call me. Nothing. And then you find out when you open a ticket or look into it, it's like, oh no one was aware.
What makes me matter? What makes me even madder is we've been dealing with it for months. Nobody said anything about it. Finally, somebody gets delegated to submit a ticket, and IT's like, oh, that's easy. And then they just fix it as soon as they receive the ticket. I'm like, you're telling me we've been fucking around with this thing, trying to make it work for months, and it was a simple fix? God damn it.
I can't stand people for that.
Yeah, facts.
I had staff that would oh, we don't use the two printers in here because they don't work. How long have they not worked? Oh, I don't know, for a month now. Everyone knows. Who's everyone? Because I did it. And I'm in charge. What are you talking about? Everyone knows. They're like, no one told you? Did you tell me?
Or when we were using HRIS systems for applicant tracking, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that function doesn't work, so we've had to do it this way." And I'm like, "Okay, that's way too many extra steps. Why doesn't this function work? We don't know." Reach out to my fucking admin. Like, "Oh yeah, no, we turned that function off. We can just turn it back on if you need it." I'll fucking kill you all. I swear to God, I'll burn this place down with you guys locked inside. I promise you. I will not lose any sleep tonight.
I was at a store and they had like they had some boxes. I had taken over the store and I'm like, hey, how long have those boxes been in that corner? They're like, oh, I don't know. I think so-and-so was taking care of it. Who's so-and-so? And I called so-and-so to the office.
Who's that?
Who's that? Because I'm new to the store. Who's that person? Yeah. Hey, so-and-so, what are those boxes? I don't know. I give it to him. He's like, oh, I thought you were just bringing him in here to take care of something. So both of you just stared at each other. When did these boxes come in? And they're like, oh, I think a couple of weeks ago. And I look at the box and it had a label. It had been sitting there for 6 months. Yeah, walked by a stack of boxes. Bro, there was basically a whole ass PC in there. Like 3 graphics cards and a couple things. Like apparently someone was like using one of those bots to order a bunch of graphics cards.
Yeah.
And remember when the 3080s and all that came out? There were 2 3080s and a 3090 sitting in my office for 6 months.
Shit.
And because they were so prominently stolen back during that time, I guess the guy who ordered them just reported them stolen, and he never got them and got his money back and never looked into them.
Y'all just sitting on them.
Yep. 6 months. Enough of that. So I know we talked recently, but you're always moving and shaking. You have any new projects, any new things on your agenda coming up? I know there's been spooky seasons right around the corner, Halloween Horror Nights. I did see your video for Final Destination with the little custom box and all that you had. So,
oh yeah, the little gift box was really nice.
The little lollipop with a brain and everything. Come on, man.
Yeah, there's a brain lollipop, a finger lollipop, an eyeball. They had the little candles and everything. No, it was really sweet. It was really cool. Fucking excited about it. Hoping to get something for. There's a couple different movies that are coming out that I hope I get to work on. Nothing yet, but we'll see. I do have a little campaign coming up with Razer, the brand. They're sending me a neat little product that I get to show you guys and unbox it for you. So I'm excited about that. More to come once it actually shows up. Okay. I'm going to be going to Gen Con at the end of July. That's in Indianapolis. So if you guys are in the Gen Con or Indianapolis area, come say hi. I'm going to be going to PAX West in Seattle. I've got 2 panels in PAX West. So if you guys want to learn more about what it means to network in the business and the industry, one of those panels is about that. The other one's about world building in TTRPG space. So come check that out. I'm also going to be going to... I announce it preemptively because maybe yes, maybe no. It's 50-50. TwitchCon in San Diego.
Oh shit!
Keep you guys out on that. And then finally, to top the year off, PAX Unplugged in Philly. So that is the next 4 months of my life in convention space and traveling and getting to see people. So,
what's Gen Con? What are you going to be doing at Gen Con?
So Gen Con is a big TTRPG convention, one of the bigger ones. And as of right now, I'm looking at potentially being on a game and on a panel. Otherwise, I'm just going as a guest and I'm just walking around saying hi to people, meeting folks, making the networking and making all that stuff happen. So usually first day I go as a networking because they give us creators. They let us go in early. Before they let the general admissions in, so we can like talk to vendors and everything. And then the rest of the time, I'm just there as a attendee, and I just take a look. Unless I have a panel or anything going on, I get to fanboy a little bit and meet all the people and have all the fun and all that fun stuff. And then we go to dinner and all the creators we get together and we do stuff. So it's fun stuff.
That's awesome, man. You got a packed next couple of months. Well, shit. I'm sure I'm sure we'll catch up after a couple of those events and see how they went out. And all that. But
absolutely.
Those big ass panels always look interesting, and I never get to go to any of them.
You got to come in. You got to go to one of them. If you're into anything like Magic the Gathering, any of that nerd shit, dude, PAX Unplugged, it's Philly. I think you're only like 4 hours away on a flight.
Yeah, it's not that far.
I'd recommend coming to it, man. I'd recommend applying for a creator badge.
Oh, I can't. I forget that I'm a creator. I'm here having so much fucking fun.
A lot of people forget that, and I'm like, yo, what do you mean you can't go? He's like, yeah, it's too expensive. I was like, apply for the creator badge. He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, you fucking idiot. You've been buying them.
Yeah, I completely forgot. Spooky Empire's in town this weekend. I could have gone via. You know what? I'm an asshole.
Damn.
I'm an asshole. Well, now I know. I'll apply for the next one for the next Spooky Empire. You gotta tell me about this whole creator shit. I think I'm just having fun and all that shit. But
I'll talk to you about it. I got you, boo.
But I did Dragon Con. I've done MegaCon. I've done some of the cons out here. Always is like, just going.
I was gonna go to Dragon Con this year, but I opted out of it and chose PAX West instead because it's at the same time.
Shit. Dragon Con.
Yeah, PAX. I've heard great things about Dragon Con.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. We were playing zombies. We were playing a lot of games. There was a lot of they make the joke. There was a lot of great cosplays. At the time we went, it was for us. It was for my good friend Norbert. You'll meet him tonight when we're streaming. It was for his bachelor party. So we're
okay.
So we're out there, and in Atlanta, Georgia. So you can only imagine in Atlanta, a lot of food, chicken and waffles, fucking great barbecue,
good food.
Cleo's Lounge, because it's a bachelor party, so we still got to go. But Dragon Con all week, and it was a fantastic time. I'll pull up the pictures of it and I'll show you. But that's awesome, man. It sounds like you're gonna be getting those frequent flyer miles. Yeah. But all right, cool. And I do know that a couple of scary movies are coming up, but you said you don't want to disclose yet, so we'll move on from that.
Still working on details on whether or not I'm going to get to do any content for them. So until I get something solid, it's TBD.
Yeah, you didn't hear it here first. We heard nothing.
You didn't hear it here, fam.
You didn't hear it all. All right, dope. So. Well, we had some follow-up questions from last time that we met up, and I just want to kind of get your mind on it. We talk about spooky shit all the time, and Phantasmas and Supernatural and all that, but what are your thoughts on just horror? Like, are you a horror fan? I know we talked a little bit like gore horror has its time and place, and we briefly talked about A24's horror style and New Age horror. What are your thoughts on that?
I love horror. I think horror has an absolute solidified, cemented place in media. Not just because of its genre, but because of what it represents. And I think more than ever now, we talked about it briefly and how horror is the personification of all those inanimate things that we fear, rejection, things that are different, things that are abnormal, things that we can't explain. Horror, like look at Carrie, phenomenal experience with Carrie. It starts with the other. Right? Carrie being different than everybody else, them being an outsider, an outcast, and that got turned into a horror film. And how many of us experience that, right? How many of us can sympathize with a monster? Look at Frankenstein. Frankenstein's monster, he was not the monster. Frankenstein was, misunderstood. Like there's this whole medium behind it that I think we neglect to remember. We look at it as just, it's evil for the sake of evil. Not everything's evil for the sake of evil. There's a reason behind it. How many of these supernatural phenomena, it's like, it's killing people, but why is it killing people? Oh, because she was a witch in the old times and she got persecuted wrongly and now she's out for revenge. Kind of justified crash out, honestly. Like, I kind of get it. It's,
You set me on fire when I was doing nothing but good at math.
Because a bitch learned to read, you're going to burn her? Damn.
Because I had a cat, and that's what kept me from getting the plague because it was eating rats. That was a thing.
It's 100%.
Yeah, I had a cat. It ate the rats. I didn't get the plague. All you got sick because you don't like cats. I'm not the witch.
Yeah, this ain't a problem. Yeah. This is you. Nasty ass.
So you like I like your.
So point. I love horror. I think horror exists for a reason. I think it has a place, and I love horror. I know my whole niche with Latinos Against Spooky Sh isn't so much that spooky things shouldn't exist. Yeah, it's that spooky things need to be respected. Mm-hmm. We're too comfortable with the supernatural. Yeah, we're just sticking our nose in business that doesn't belong to it. Like, if you want to learn about it for the sake of learning and honoring it, 100%. If you just want to exploit it and fuck with it and make fun of it, like, it's just not the vibe.
Like Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
But that
goddamn fast.
Yeah. I appreciate that because I think that I I get looked at funny sometimes because I'm a massive spooky head. I'm a massive horror head. I will watch Nightmare on Elm Street. I will watch so on the weekend of Halloween. God bless my fiance, but I kind of held back on it. But prior to her, I would watch every Michael Myers. I would watch every Halloween leading up into Halloween. Really? Yeah, I would make it the previous podcast we had, Full Frontal Nerdy Show. Shouts to Kim and Ken. We would come up with the 31 days of Halloween, new horror, and break it down to genres one year. So each one of us would recommend movies. I would recommend more 11. They would get 10 each because I'm the horror person.
Sure. Or
80s slashers, blah, blah, blah. We would just go through genres. Yeah. Or we would just say new to you. Things that you might have gone under your radar and might be underappreciated. I'm a massive horror dude. But a lot of it's because of the underlying messages on it. And even movies like The Collector, where you are not safe in your own home by anyone. And even the bad guy could be like, I'm not that bad. The person who's doing bad because he needs to do bad is still a good person. He tries to save everyone. Yeah. He goes back in there, puts himself in a line of danger. And I like those just unique situations. There are some horror movies that they're just dumb. And they're still fun. They're still good to suspend disbelief and be in that moment. So, it's a genre that I think is underappreciated and never gets the love that I think it deserves.
I would love a fusion of horror, though, because too many times we see horror with psych, horror with thriller, horror with drama. Give me a horror comedy, or give me a horror romance. Give me combinations that you don't normally see. We have what is it? Tucker and Dale versus
That's exactly the one I was thinking about too. Yeah.
Which is solid. Don't get me wrong. Love it. That's great. But we need more of that. We've got Shaun of the Dead, phenomenal, because it still has its moments of oh shit, but then it gives it the light brevity.
Cabin in the Woods.
I've yet to see Cabin in the Woods. It escaped my radar.
We're done.
Completely.
We're done. Shut it down. No, we're gonna go watch the movie.
Baby boy, come back.
We're watching a movie.
I've heard nothing but good things, and it was just one of those movies that I don't know why I never got a chance to see it, but it just, for whatever reason, it happened. I ignored it, and then I just moved on so far away from it that I forget about it. But I've heard that it's one that I have to watch, so it's up there on my radar.
I'm gonna look up comedy horror real quick because I know there's more. But
I don't count the Scary Movie series as comedy horror.
No, I don't count those because those are meant to be spooks.
Yeah. Also, fun fact: the Wayans brothers got the rights back, and they're working on a new Scary Movie franchise. Because after the second movie, it wasn't the Wayans brothers anymore, and that's why they kind of dropped off.
That makes a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, comedy horror movies that I appreciate.
Okay.
Happy Death Day.
Cutesy.
But it was comedy horror.
It's all right.
It fell into his niche. Hard Eyes.
Don't think I ever saw.
It just came out. Hard Eyes Killer came out in 2025. Ready or Not. About the woman who's getting hunted by her family because of a devil sacrifice.
I get that one's good. I'll give you that one.
All right. Death of a Unicorn just came out. I don't know if you got to see that one.
I've not seen it yet, but I've heard great things.
We already know the throwback classic is Beetlejuice.
Wouldn't classify it as a horror at all.
Some people apparently it's in that whole comedy horror.
Really interesting.
Hey, look, you know how it is. Google will lie to you sometimes. Or someone will find one scene funny and they'll be like, "Oh, it's a comedy horror." It's that's not what it was meant to do.
Because I would almost consider Nightmare on Elm Street a comedy horror.
The first one, right? Because it was so fucking spoofy and cheesy.
Yeah, it all the cheesy one-liners for how he kills people, and it was just it's fun.
I got two that I completely forgot. Freaky with Vince Vaughn, where apparently it's a Freaky Friday, but he's a serial killer and they switch him and the woman.
I've seen clips of it, didn't know the name of it. That's really funny. I want to watch it because it looks funny.
It's actually really funny, and it's actually a good horror movie. Then there's one that came out, fell completely into the radar a lot, but it's called The Blackening.
So good.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that one.
The Blackening was really solid.
See, there's some movies out there that are comedy horror, but you're right. I don't know any comedy.
What about horror romance?
That's the one.
There's no such thing. Frankenstein, maybe.
Romance horror. What about
Nosferatu?
Yeah.
Damn.
But you're right. I guess Hard Eyes because they fall in love at the end. The Crow is just the new Crow is just terrible. Warm
I
Bodies.
refuse.
Comedy, horror, romance. It's about the dude who's in the world of a zombie.
Yeah. And he turns back. Okay. I'll give you that one.
Technically, horror romance is Crimson Peak. Yeah, so that one is, we're not going to do this. It's a long, we're not go too deep in it. Crimson Peak stars Tom Hiddleston, Loki, and it's about like, and Charlie Hunnam, the guy from, yeah.
No, I know which movie. Really?
Yes. So that one is considered a romance horror because of the damsel in distress, like fucking trope. Like, and she's not even the damsel in distress. And what's fucked.
Yeah.
Excuse me. What's a good part of that movie is that I don't want to ruin it for anyone who's going to watch it, but it's really old, so spoilers, whatever. It is a ghost movie that's hidden in a murder mystery movie. Like, the ghost movie exists at the same time and is unrelated. The ghost isn't the problem. The whole time you think the ghost is the problem. Yeah, the ghost is just chilling and getting blamed for shit. He's like, I'm not doing anything. It's your man. your man is killing people. I'm trying to warn people. You're freaking out from me.
Damn.
I'm trying to get you not dead. He killed me.
Come get your man.
Yeah. There's like it's like royalty, blah, blah, and brings these women into this beautiful castle. I'm trying to remember the rough outline of it. And they're like, they see the household is haunted. Come to realize the household is haunted by a ghost trying to save the next victim. It is all the people he has killed trying to tell you to get the fuck out.
Crazy.
He is the problem. Like,
wow. Okay.
But
we know
the whole time, like, there was a suitor that wanted to get with this woman and ends up saving her, whatever, blah, blah. Enough of that. Who would you consider to be your horror icon or your spooky icon from your generation? And then we'll take a quick break.
Oh, movie or like cryptid?
It could be both. Give me one cryptid, one movie.
Okay, icon that I identify with when it comes to horror movies.
Yeah, when you think quintessential horror, who's your icon?
The Creeper, Jeepers Creepers.
Oh, you heard what happened with the director, right?
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where in this instance, trying to separate the art from the artist.
Mm.
Now, if the Creeper was the person, then I'd be like, no, absolutely not. I can't support that. But like, like all he did was tell people where to point the camera. It's a hot take, I know.
I was about to say, I was like, damn, that's a lot of shitting on a director.
Yeah, what directors know what the fuck they're doing? I'm just kidding. Guillermo del Toro, you're a fucking genius. I'm so sorry. I'm not shitting on you. Just shitting on this one. This director's all he did was point to a camera. Every other director does a phenomenal job. Shit.
That's why we're shitting on him. Guillermo, if you ever holler at me, come through. Jonathan's thoughts.
I almost got to meet Guillermo.
What the fuck? Remember when you asked me if there's anyone on your list that I would like to interview? Him.
Man, they an agency reached out to me. They're like, "Hey, we're doing a showing of one of Guillermo's movies, and then doing like a Q&A afterwards. We would love for you to be there." And I'm like, "Y'all gave me a 72-hour notice, and you're in LA. I can't make that. I'm so sorry." So
send me,
because I don't live in LA.
Just send me. Next time you can't make it, I'll put my glasses. I'll go.
Next time I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna send my representative. Latinos Against Spooky Sh, the Bayou edition.
The Bayou edition.
Yeah, the edition.
The Dominican.
I think the Creeper, the Creeper for sure. The Creeper for sure. As far as supernatural creatures, stupid. You're so dumb. As far as cryptids go,
yeah,
I think I gotta give it up to like Paralysis Demons.
Oh, sleep paralysis demons. Yeah.
Yeah, because them motherfuckers suck, dude. I can't stand y'all.
That was going to be my choice for cryptid. I have a hot take for my generation's horror icon. Well, a unique take. It's a truck with a bunch of logs on the back.
Final Destination, shut up.
Yeah. That's straight up.
Valid as fuck.
I've made the joke a couple times before, but I'm like, never in my life, I don't think anyone would disagree with this, has a movie impacted the way you live every single day.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Freddy on a regular basis. I am sure worried about that truck. I was never worried about that truck until Final Destination.
Solid. That's fair.
Never once was I worried about a loose screw somewhere turning into an explosion because my garbage disposal threw the screw into a light bulb. No, never once. No, this movie happened. I'm worried about every fucking thing.
Everything. I hear something drop and I'm waiting for something else to kick off.
Dude, the whole like a dog ready to play. Encrypted. It's gonna be La Llorona. It's gonna be La Llorona. Well, it's more like a cool. It's like Ghost because that paranormal, like that floating entity, that woman who's the wailing woman.
Yeah.
Just a wailing woman. Just that thought of like crying in the distance. No, absolutely the fuck not. No. Fuck this. I'm burning it down. I'm burning it down. I'm burning down the whole house. Get the dogs.
Get the dogs.
We're going to take a quick break, get back at it, and I'll probably refill my glass. Be right back, guys. Hey guys, here at the show, we ask that you follow 3 simple rules that'll save your night and possibly your dignity. Rule number 1, don't drink and drive. Seriously, Uber exists for a reason. If you wouldn't trust yourself to build IKEA furniture after 3 bourbons, you definitely shouldn't be behind the wheel. Rule number 2, avoid Amazon one-click buy. Drunk you thinks a medieval suit of armor is a great investment. Sober you, not so much. And then try to explain it to your credit card company. And finally, rule number 3, do not text your ex. Look, they had their chance, and you deserve better. No one ever found happiness at the bottom of a 2 a.m. I miss you text. Move on, hydrate, and remember, you're better than that. Don't do that. Text literally anyone else. Text your Uber driver that you missed them, but not your ex. Seriously, all jokes aside, stay safe, do the right thing, and take care of yourselves. All right, guys, now back to the show. Jonathan, there's a shirt that I have. Oh, shit, hold on. I gotta look what I'm pouring. I have a shirt that we made. That it says, my Halloween spirit is whiskey or something to that effect.
That's funny.
Yeah. I'll put it in the chat so you can see what it looks like, but definitely one of our favorite, like popular shirts. And it was just because I'm like, I need something for Halloween. And that was the perfect design. Let me see if I can put it in here. But all right. So we are back. Let's get that party going. Continue this party. So we talked about our horror icons. We talked about all that. Being Latinos, did movies like Paranormal Activity hit a little bit differently? Because a lot of our culture is grounded in that shit.
Let me tell you about fucking Paranormal Activity. Let me tell you about this fucking bitch. Let me tell you about this goddamn movie. I fucking hate you. So, Paranormal Activity, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to a movie. I can't remember how old I was. I had to have been like 17 or 18 when it came out. And I haven't watched a lot of horror movies at this time because my family is like, I grew up in the church, so they're like, no, you gotta watch what you watch because like it comes through the screen and it like affects your life and you have to like pray. So,
I've heard that before.
so
That's why I'm laughing because it sounds like my mom was
exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, nah, whatever, mom. That literally the conversation like, nah, it's just a movie, it's fine. Cue me going to this goddamn fucking movie with friends, and I'm watching it, and what happens in the first 10 seconds of that movie, based on true events. I'm all of a sudden going, shit, fuck.
It can't be just a movie.
Damn it, they got me.
I lied to my mom.
It can't be a movie. It's real. I'm watching it. It's a documentary. Fuck. And we watch the movie. It's a late night movie. Watch the movie. I get home, go to my room. My heart's beating. I'm at 140 beats per minute resting. I'm scared. I'm in bed. And I'm finally dozing off. It's like 2 a.m. And I feel the sweet release of sleep taking me. And right before I fade into the ethereal blackness, I look at the corner of my room and I see it. This perfect humanoid shape. And I lock eyes with it. And I'm frozen. I cannot move. I cannot breathe. I cannot yell. I'm just locked onto this bitch. And all I'm thinking is, not today, puto. You're not going to get me. I see you, bitch. And it's not going to happen. So I'm looking at this motherfucker straight in the eyes. And I'm like, either you flinch or I flinch. But I'm eye contact away. You know, it's lucky I didn't start beating my meat like it owed me money. But I'm going to sit here and I'm going to just hold my ground. Turns into 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I'm fighting for my goddamn life trying to stay away.
John,
6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Okay. The fucking sun finally starts peeking through the window at around 8:30 in the morning, and I see my coat hanging on the back of my goddamn door that I placed there not even 30 seconds before I got into bed.
You lost a whole night's sleep because you had poor memory.
As soon as I saw that bitch, I went, fuck it, take me. And I passed the fuck out. I was like, I'm over it. I was up till like 4 o'clock that day.
Bro.
Yeah.
Is it because it's so ingrained in our culture? Like, we are taught from the beginning.
The whole time I was like, my mom was right.
Yes.
This was right. I let a goddamn demon into my house. Oh, she gonna ground the fuck out of me.
Ghosts and those spookies, like that shit is legit for us. Like, my mom was like, oh, your grandmother used to visit us. I was like, what do you mean? She's in DR.
Yep.
Like,
she's in DR.
Like, she's not.
No.
But the thing, like, I'm a kid, so you just kind of, okay, like, I believe you. I have to, parents are your God, right? Like, your parents are like your end all be all. Like, you're trusting them with everything. They tell you there's pandas out downstairs or some evil cuckoos out there. It's real.
Right. Why would they lie to me? They got no reason to.
Yeah, and she believed it wholeheartedly. She's like, I get the sense of these things. And when you watch movies like Paranormal Activity, and they even, like, I remember one of the sequels was a Hispanic family, or there was like a Hispanic maid.
Yeah,
and she's trying to save everyone. She's like the American family. The white
it was
family,
like the second one.
Second or third one, but the Hispanic maid's like trying to bless the house. Like, it's like, no, there's something in here, and I'm trying to save you. It's like, get this witchcraft out of here. She's like, no,
get this brown out of here. It's like, damn, shit. How'd you roll the R in brown?
Yeah,
how'd you hard R her in brown?
Like, can you hard R brown? Guys, can you hard R? Looking around.
You got to put the R in. You got to roll it. Brown.
But it was a fucking that movie. When I saw it after, I was like, all right. It did more to me than fucking Blair Witch, because I'm not in the woods. I'm way too dark for that.
Yeah, Blair Witch didn't do it for me because I'm like,
not a problem.
Honestly, this is kind of your fault. You fucking had this coming.
You literally went out looking for her. You found her. Fucked around. I don't know what to tell you.
This is what you got. Everything you wanted. Why are you upset about it?
Is this not what you were looking for? You literally said, we want more information about the witch. You know what's the most information you can get? Meeting her. Straight
from her. Boom.
Yeah, there we go.
Direct VIP pass, baby. Behind the scenes footage.
But
y'all motherfuckers signed up for a meet and greet.
It's true. Like, that's why there are some movies I could watch. I'm like, that's not my problem. That's not me. That's not me.
Like Piranha, Jaws, Deep Blue.
I can't swim.
Anything including the open water. I refuse to. Mm-mm. If I can't touch I'm 6'3". If I can't touch the bottom, I don't want it. I almost speaking of which, Sarasota, Siesta Keys, right? I'm out there. I'm wading water. It's my first time out here. And I'm like, damn, this is nice. I was like, shit, I'm like 100 yards out. The water's only up to my knees. This is nice.
This is nice.
I love this.
This is nice.
This is beautiful. Oh my God. Like, I keep going deeper in. I keep getting further from the beach. And I'm like chest deep. Okay, this is nice. This is pretty. And I'm walking. And then it happens. I don't know if y'all ever been to the Siesta Keys. But this bitch just drops into nothingness. It just drops into the abyss. The sandbar ends. It doesn't slope down slowly. It just stops. And I didn't realize that. But I'm walking a little faster than I should be. And then my feet give out from under me as I take a step. I plunge underwater. And I open my eyes to infinity. I open my eyes to the deep dark of nothingness that awaits me on the afterlife. And then I remember, I'm a little further out than I should be. And then I turn around to start going back. And then the waves start coming in and they start pulling me. I ain't never been more fucking afraid in my life. I finally just, I kind of just sandbagged and let the waves push me back in like a goddamn starfish.
Oh, it's taking me. Oh.
It's taking me. And then it would push me back in. I'm like, all right, as soon as this bitch puts me back on the sandbar, I'm fucking out of here, goddammit. Ooh.
True story. My friend Stephanie almost drowned me because she didn't realize her tiny little ass. I've been friends with her I want this to be a clip. So clip wherever this clip is, because I'm going to send it to her. I've been friends with her since she was 19, 20. Because my friends were dating. My friend was dating her at the time. And he would work sometimes and say, hey, can you make sure she's safe? I was like, yeah. Turned into like a big brother, little sister thing. Because guys are like, hey, girl. And I was like, no, come here. Like, pick her up. No.
Just pick her by the scruff.
No.
Bad.
bad girl. But we were at the beach and she's like, gee, help. I was like, I don't know what you want me to do. I can't swim. Like, well, you're taller than me. It's like, okay. And she's like clawing at my face. First she did
like a cat in water.
Yeah. First she did it to Norby on the way out. And then when she got out there, she's like, no, turn back. And he's like, I'm not doing it. I'm out here. Figure it out. So I had to go get her. And on the way back, I was like, I would never do this for anyone again.
Drown.
Yeah, but those are the problems in horror movies that just don't make sense to me. I'm not going to fight a shark. I'm not going to run into that problem. I'm not going out
No.
there. I don't know why we're hunting sharks. I don't know why. I also don't know why a lot of movies, but this is why movies exist, right? They have to be something, someone has to say something stupid. There's only so many times you want to go to Jurassic Park and say, we can control these dinosaurs. No, you can't. Like
this bitch should have ended after the first one.
Yeah.
The island got overrun. That belongs to them now. There's no reason you should go back. Damn, I left my favorite lunch in the fridge. Bitch,
no, the fuck you didn't. No, you didn't.
Nah.
No, you didn't.
Like all this shit about going back and like you don't need nothing. Unless these dinos can solve the cure for cancer. Why? Nuke it. Nuke it and forget about it.
Thank you. Please make believe. Hey, look. This is such a fucked up statement. Someone's going to cancel this. America's so obsessed with oil. You should have just blown them up and made new fossil fuel. That's all we could have done. It's a win-win.
There you go.
There, we could have sped up the process a little bit.
We could have self-sufficient oil. Fresh squeezed dino oil.
Fossil fuel in advance. I don't know what to tell you. Figure it out. Scientists, you've made them make them into fuel. And last but not least.
That's how it works, right?
Yeah, exactly. Science. Bad science. Not really good science.
You put them in a juicer.
Get one of those new ninjas. The fuck? Is that a Velociraptor smoothie? Like, get out of here. And last but not least, one of the movies that pissed me off the most, because I just want to touch on this. It is, I think it's called See No Evil. Is it with James McAvoy?
With Kane?
No, wrong one. What's the James McAvoy one where he's James McAvoy? Because I love James McAvoy. He doesn't get any.
Speak No Evil?
Yeah, you're right. Speak No Evil. Yeah, Speak No Evil.
Yeah, that's a remake.
No, yeah, I know. But I saw the recent one for anyone who's never seen the original. Well, English no very good looking. Mira, coño.
Son is the sequel to Saw.
Saw, yes. Oh, he's a Hispanic.
What happened to them? Saw is the New York sequel to Saw. What happened to that motherfucker? He got Son. I don't know, mijo.
No, but Speak No Evil. This man, for those who have not
seen
the
bodega.
Oh, fuck, my God. The bodega cat's the killer. There's a lot of, like, really, that would actually, we could make that. I think at a budget of like $800. Like,
I was I know a motherfucker in New York, in the Bronx, that we could just be like, hey, I'm going to need to borrow your bodega for a couple hours.
Yo,
coño, está bien.
We make the bodega cat the killer. Someone write that down for us, because I feel like they're going to fuck around and steal this. I'm going to be pissed.
Damn it. Intellectual property. We came up with it first.
Today is 6/20/25. The bodega cat killer is ours.
Damn.
Speak No Evil. This guy, this is the most asinine thing, and I think a lot of people would agree with this. This man, the thing I didn't enjoy about the movie is that a man and his wife and his daughter are in a European trip. They're in like 2 kids, right? It's 2? 2 kids. Older daughter, younger daughter. Younger daughter's obsessed with a little fluffy toy. They end up meeting this couple, James McAvoy, who's handsome, and I understand why you might want to talk to him. I understand. I'm not mad at it. His wife is gorgeous. I understand why you might not. I mean, maybe some pineapple t-shirts. I don't know your life. I'm not here to judge. But they're like, oh, we have a cottage, blah, blah. I'm a doctor. They follow him. Long story short, there are several points in this movie where you had the opportunity to get the fuck out.
Point number 1. When this motherfucker hits on your wife, unacceptable.
I'm beating
in front of his wife and directly in front of me. Mm-hmm. I'm beating the dog shit out of you and dog walking you down fucking Europe.
Yep. I'm gonna give you 2 opportunities to redact that statement. I'm gonna give you 1 opportunity because I'm like, maybe it's a cultural thing. Maybe there's a pineapple.
But he was also white, so it's not a cultural thing because he wasn't from Europe.
It's American white and Europe white. I don't know.
Right, the original white.
Is it the original white?
Europe white? Of course it was the original white.
James McAvoy's original white. Was he the original white?
He's Scottish.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I guess he's the original white. Yeah. All right, well, just making sure. I don't know.
No, he's
we're talking about a movie here.
But here's the thing. Like, there's a difference between like, hey, Your wife's beautiful. Congrats to you guys. All right.
That
Cool.
also
Fine.
still,
Thank you.
Every time someone says, man, you're a really lucky guy, that's a really awkward way to say you would fuck my fiance. Stop. Like, don't do that. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
that's a weird way of saying that as soon as I die, you're in the DMs.
Yeah.
That's really strange.
I'm not comfortable with that. Like,
Socially acceptable, still fucked up.
it's like, oh, we've been trying to get pregnant. That's weird to bring up that you've been fucking like jackrabbits at the dinner table.
Yeah, it's weird to say that you've been turkey basting your partner. I didn't want to know that. Now I can't look at her.
This is just weird. Do I change the chairs? I don't know what's going on. Listen, like, it's fucked. This is all going to be bonus footage. There's that moment in this movie, like 3 different times. Like you said, he hits on his wife. Then there's a point where they actually get to leave. This has been super awkward, super dangerous, super volatile. Like, they're scared for shitless. Their daughter's freaking out. And the husband's the only one saying, I don't want to be rude.
He's still trying to be polite.
Understand? I want to get closer here. I don't want to be rude is the reason why they stayed. My wife has been hit on. My daughters were both uncomfortable. He has gotten in my face. I wanted to leave multiple times. I don't want to be. You don't know these people. They leave. They're gone. And their daughter, the smallest one, I left my stuffed bunny.
Bitch, I'll buy you a new one.
I'll buy
you 10 of them.
88 bunnies. I don't care.
I'll buy you whatever you want.
I'll buy you real bunnies.
I'd be like, you didn't forget him. He decided to stay behind to enjoy his vacation. We'll find him again.
He's in the trunk. We'll get him later.
We'll find him.
We'll find him. They go back.
I can't.
Almost everyone dies. Like, moving on.
Almost everyone fucking dies. You know what? What other movie I would never find myself in? 2 movies, actually. Wrong Turn and The Hills Have Eyes.
Why are we in the woods so often?
Wrong Turn, first of all, I don't trust roads that aren't paved. And if a motherfucker tells me just go down this unpaved road and you'll find your home, I'm going to go in whatever opposite fucking direction that is.
That's fair.
Now, if I'm in the desert and some motherfucker tells me it's like, hey, there's a hidden way to cut across the desert.
Absolutely,
I don't give a shit.
Fuck not.
I don't give a fuck. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to trust the map.
They can stay.
Is your name Google, bitch? Are you Waze?
They can stay hidden.
No? Yeah.
Hills Have Eyes. No, sorry. Look, this is all those horror movies aren't us. We're way too dark. I'm not going into camper through like deserts. I'm not doing it. Wrong Turn. Like you said, I'm not doing it. I went to Kentucky to do a bourbon tour, and it was putting me through like little pathways of nature and all that.
Yeah.
And every single time, and I love my best friend Kevin. He's gonna be my best man. I'm like, yo, me and my fiance, both Dominican, we're like, this is imagine no lights.
This ain't it.
Imagine at night, this is dangerous. And him and his lady are like, this is how the rest of America is at night. I was like, what do you mean the rest of America? Like, for non-city areas, I was like, no wonder y'all always fighting and doing some random shit. Like, you can't see shit. Like, I don't know what's going on. No, stop. No, we're not doing this.
No.
Get lights. We invented electricity. And they just like, getting back to your roots. No, what roots? I don't want to be out here in the woods. No.
Like, bitch,
No.
I didn't even cross the desert when I came into this country. What the fuck am I going to be doing there now?
Bro, there are sometimes I'm not even trying to look for like the better value food items at the end of the aisle. I'm not going further than.
No. If it's not immediately within arm's grasp, I'm not fucking going down the rest of the aisle.
Telling me if I could take a spooky crooked road. The scenery is beautiful.
Oh my
I
God.
see that on Google Maps. I don't need.
Oh, there's a little pull off here where we can do a scenic route. Cool. Google it, bitch.
Anytime a dude at a gas
Google
station,
Images has got the same picture you'd see in real life. Look it up.
You don't want to go on the top of a mountain and say you've done it. I could say I did it and be a liar.
Hold up. Honestly though, prove me wrong. How do you know I didn't do it?
You monitor the mountain.
Where are the pictures? I enjoyed the view so much I didn't feel like taking a picture.
Yeah. My phone died
because I respect nature. I thought you were better than that.
I thought we were trying to be in a moment and disconnect, Greg.
Gaslight the fuck out of him.
real judgy Greg. Like, I'm gonna meet an actual Greg and he's gonna be like, "Hey man, I heard you've been talking shit."
The fuck, man.
You listen to the show, Greg? Oh, thanks, man.
Oh, thanks.
But
give you a shit rock. Oh, thanks, man.
No, thanks. Oh gosh, fans are so weird. Guys, we're going to wrap up because we're about to start the stream. We do have some people waiting in the waysides to join Repo in the next 8 to 10 minutes. We actually have my friend Gata and Norby waiting. So we'll have a full squad. John, are you ready for that?
Fucking ready.
He's like, I'm going to get drunk. Before we sign off, anything for the people listening at home? Anything that you want to say? Aside from, be part of the Last Call podcast, Drew, go ahead.
Always super excited to be here. Always super happy to be on the Last Call podcast. Check us out. Check this out. Check out previous stuff. Check out future stuff. Super excited to be here for a second round. Can't wait to do it for a third round. Also, it's a dark time in America right now. It's a very difficult time. It's one of those moments that you look back on and you think, God, we made it through it. And we will make it through it. Like every other time, we will make it through it. It sucks right now. It's hard right now. But I think with the protests and all the incredible things that we've seen with people fundraising money and helping each other out, I think we've seen that we will come out on top. It's going to take a process. It's going to take a while. But right always prevails. And I just want to remind you guys that it's okay to be not okay. It's okay to acknowledge that it sucks in the moment, but lean on each other, support each other, and remember that we're going to make it through this. So fuck ICE. Fuck that puto. And I can't wait to see you guys on the other side of everything.
Definitely love those. Obviously, I have the sticker. You made it to the book.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So I have a book of stickers of people I've either worked with or places I've visited. And this is my 4th or 5th notebook. So you made it to the book. I was immediately adding it to the book. So definitely, guys, he's 100% right. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. We have some friends who were, they've lost some people to their struggles with mental health, and they lost that battle. Definitely understand that it's okay to not be okay, and there's options, there's help, and you have to understand that we will get through it all. And I mean, there's plenty of numbers, and shouts to everyone who participated in No King's Day, because that was a big statement, and I'm proud of the people who did. Because whether it's not my next statement is not political, even though everyone knows my stance. Fuck that puto. But I do appreciate that when people do stand on something, they want to do it, the right way, do it peacefully, do it in an exhibition of strength and numbers and everything like that, and not drag yourself down to the lowest of lows where they try to paint us. You know who you are. So very proud of my friends that did participate in that. We have a couple friends who were at some of those here in Orlando. It was a massive turnout, and proud of you. So keep doing it, and hopefully, what is it? Gandalf says this too shall. Who says this too shall pass?
Well, Gandalf says you shall not pass.
Yeah, that's why I said no. That's not it. Who says this too shall pass?
I mean,
fucking up a really good moment. I am, not you.
I mean, that's a Bible verse.
This too shall pass, really? Oh, it is. You're right. It's a Bible verse. How fast are you Googling? Well, I don't quote religion, so we're not using that one. So 95 words per minute. So I type fast. God damn, man, you ain't fucking around. All right. Well, guys, be good to each other. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't text your ex. And do some goddamn research before you vote for anybody. Stay tuned to some great upcoming content. We have some more drink videos. Hopefully you guys enjoy the Batanga if you do make it. We made La Llorona. It's actually here on the computer, so I'm releasing it through the week to make sure that we keep supporting the homies and featuring Latinos Against Spooky Shit. So if you guys want to make sure to support some fun, great creatives, make sure to check out Jonathan at this Latinos Against Spooky Shit. His swag is fantastic. We had a bunch of hits. People were like, oh my God, these shirts are great. I want that. Dios te bendigas. Hola, buenas noches. Hello, Spookies. The shirts came out great. I'm wearing one right now. And if you want to be part of the No Kings Day, the Fuck That Puto stickers are still available. So there's that. Guys, take care. And hopefully we will catch you next week. Take care, guys. Be good and see you soon. Hey guys, today's episode is brought to you by Burn Termite and Pest Control. I first met Joe Byrne on Full Frontal Nerdy Show and decided to give his company a try. They have been the best pest service I've ever had. From flexible scheduling, attention to detail, fair pricing, and everything you love about a small business, I highly recommend Joe Byrne and Byrne Termite and Pest Control. It's a family-owned and operated business with over 30 years of experience in termite and pest. You can reach Byrne Termite and Pest Control at 321-297-7985. Once again, 321-297-7985. And let them know Bourbon and Bullshit sent you. Thanks, guys. See you next time.